back straight. It's the 250cc machines that are out there. It looks like Richard Smith has taken an early lead from Jamie Pantry. In fact, it is 33, Richard Smith from 44, Dean Camier. And no Jamie Pantry in sight, so the eyesight obviously playing up again, but Richard Smith holding on to a very slender lead with Dean Camier forcing his way up on the inside there and actually gets his nose in front as they enter the turn there over by the Burger Bar. So flat out of the turn, 44. Dean Camier leads, 33. Richard Smith in second place, then Adrian Phipps. And Jack Walker. So as the last lap flag comes out already in this, the first race of the afternoon, Dean Camier looks very impressive as he powers his way out of that turn. The Camier has been studying very hard for his college work and unable to ride the early part of the season, but maybe a little bit rusty, but he's really come on strong here this afternoon. Dean Camier leads then. Round the last turn now. Checkered flag will be in his sights as he enters the straight. Number 44, Dean Camier wins. 33, Richard Smith in second spot. Adrian Phipps takes third, then Jack Walker. Richard Smith. Alan Carman. Graham Legg. And Martin Drury. Official result with you in a moment. The official result of race 1 was a fine win there for number 44, Dean Camier. In second place was number 33, Richard Smith. In third place, 176, Adrian Phipps. In fourth place, 262, Jack Walker. In fifth place, number 180, Richard Sims. Sixth place, number 131, Alan Carman. Seventh place, number 321, Graham Legg. Followed by 145, Martin Drury in a time of 1 minute 27.34. Very quick up on that start line this afternoon. I shall have to have a word with him in a minute. Out of the first turn, then it's 139. David Mears that leads from Darren Bishop in second place. Then Mike Appleton. Then Keith Strudwick. So Dave Mears fresh from his 250 win last weekend. Down near the Chichester, well, Chichester, not Winchester, Chichester. Had a fine win down there and he's in top form here this afternoon. 139, David Mears from Darren Bishop, Mike Appleton, Arthur Livings, Keith Strudwick, Jason Steele. Well, I've already built up quite a good lead over the rest of the field. David Mears holding a superb mid-line round that corner and takes the last lap flag. So Darren Bishop locks up and I think he's seized the motor, and Mike Appleton seized his chance and went through into second place. And Darren Bishop rolls back to the pits. Bad luck for a man who was doing very well at the time. And that infamous lock of the back wheel told me the piston is seized. Let's hope he can get that bike ready. Or leg 2. Out goes the checkered flag then, and a fine win start to finish for number 139, David Mears, from Mike Appleton in second. Then Arthur Livings, then Keith Strudwick, then Paul Steele, Mitch Godden, Mike Smith, then Taylor, Roy Sizemore. Bringing up the rear there, Michael Peters. That's the result in a moment. Result there of race number 2 is a fine win for number 139, David Mears. In second place, 558, Mike Appleton. Third place, 71, Arthur Livings. Fourth place, 124, Keith Strudwick. Fifth place, 247, Paul Steele. Sixth place, number 9, Mitchell Godden. Seventh place, 54, Mike Smith. Eighth place, number 111, Tim Taylor. Ninth place, number 36, Roy Gom. 10th, 147, Jason Steele, and 11th, number 37, Michael Peters. Winner's time, 1 minute 26.05. Got a red flag on that one, and I wish they wouldn't have started before I could give the result out. I'll try to give that result again. I'll give both those results again as they only came out once each while those riders are going back to the line. Race 1, in case you didn't get it, was 44, 33, 176, 262, 180, 131, 321, 145, 1 minute 27.34. And race 2, by number only, 139, 558, 71, 124, 247, 9, 54, 111, 36, 147, 37. The winner's time, 1 minute 26.05. So race 3, the 250 solos underway again, and Bill Sims there leap with a wheelie out of the gate and head into the first turn along with Terry Giles on his right hand side there. Coming round the turn then, Terry Giles goes a bit wide, but look at that number 5. Lee Street normally rides 75, he's just doing that to confuse me, I'm sure. But Terry Giles is out in front at the moment. Lee Street is pushing hard and Bill Sims is in there with every opportunity to try and come through. Then Keith Richards. So Terry Giles drifts a little bit wide. Lee Street's got the inside run. What's going to happen here? Yeah, Lee Street takes it. Lee Street goes into the lead. Terry Giles now trying to go up the inside of Lee Street. Bill Sims still hanging on in there, hoping those two will push each other into a mistake and he can come through. Number 5 though, Lee Street seems to be gaining a few yards as they go down that straight. Very quick man on a quarter litre machine. Number 5, Lee Street leads, 300. Terry Giles in second place. Bill Sims coming up, trying to take that second from third. Those three well clear of the rest of the field. Keith Richards holding a good fourth spot. Oh, Lee Street again pushes hard down that straight. Bill Sims, seems to have come past Terry Giles. They look like they're going to fight all the way round. Quick change of flags then from the last lap flag to the second flag. It's going to be a win for number 5, Lee Street. Second place just goes to Bill Sims, then Terry Giles, Keith Richards. And the rest of the field struggling to the line. Official result in a moment. Street in second place, 118, Bill Sims. Third place, 300, Terry Giles. Fourth place, 143, Keith Richards. Fifth place, 741, Matthew Street. Sixth place, 495, Mark Castle. Seventh place, number 61, Colin Beeching. Eighth place, number 20, Alan Dan. Ninth place, number 251, P. Wakeford. In 10th place, 47, Steve Smith. And in 11th place, 181, John Gibbons. No other finisher. The winner's time, 1 minute 28.80. From the top by number only, 5, 118, 300, 143, 741, 495, 61, 20, 251, 47 and 181. Winner's time, 1 minute 28.80. I think that Brian Holland's trying to get his own back on me this afternoon. He's letting them bikes off that line so quick I can't keep up. Right-hand sidecars out for the first time this afternoon then, and it's non-starter there, number 3, Colin Hutton and Ian Salter. Their place being taken by number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. So Jason Steer, Tony Miles, Dave Steer. Oh, they're now away. Down the first straight they go. To the first turn. And it's Dave Steer and Ian Whale that get there first. A right bunch up of riders in the others, and Lady Jane has just dropped off the sidecar and Penny goes back to pick her up. Our all-girl crew lost a bit of ground in this first one. 17, Dave Steer and Ian Whale well on their way. John Phillips and Glenn Richmond. Then number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. And they take that second place and look on towards brother Dave Steer in front. And the all-girl crew there, getting in their points from the back. 17, Dave Steer and Ian Whale lead. And after Dave Steer and Tony Miles. Then John Phillips and Glenn Richmond. And Mike Baxter and Neil Martin. As they come round that top turn then, ignore 34 on the freight she's behind, not in front. 17, Dave Steer and Ian Whale take over flat flag from number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. And Baxter and Neil Martin, then John Phillips and Glenn Richmond. Battling out there. As they come now round the last turn for the last time. Here we go to Dave Steer and Ian Whale. From number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. Then Mike Baxter and Neil Martin. Then John Phillips and Glenn Richmond. Followed by the Colvin crews. I won't try and give all those first names out in one here. And bringing up the rear, the very brave all-lady crew. Penelope Hook and Jane McLaren. Crossing the line. For number 17, Dave Steer and Ian Whale. In second place, number 15, which is Jason Steer and Tony Miles. Third place, number 88, Mike Baxter, Neil Martin. Fourth place, 333, John Phillips, Glenn Richmond. Fifth place, number 94, the Colvin crew. Sixth, number 112, Rick and Nicola Colvin. Seventh, number 34, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. The winner's time, 1 minute 33.34. 3.34. Race number 5 underway then, the right hand chairs are ready to go. Very fast start there. Followed by Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. Tim Bennett, Jason Glennie get the best of that first corner, and now look at Mick Cave and Andy Orchard coming up past Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. Setting his sights on the back wheel of Tim Bennett, but Tim Bennett is well underway this time. Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. Somebody Jason Bennett up in front from the Cave and Will Jones, then Mr Heath and Dean Bartholomew. Oh, two outfits now on the centre green. Number 12, Tim Bennett leads. Out of that turn he comes. Making it up fly. Tim Bennett, Jason Kenny. Take off that flag from Mick Cave and Andy Orchard. Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. And look at the battle there between Bob Eaton, Dean Bartholomew and Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock. Ignore Gavin Noonan, he's a lap in a 3 years there, but number 12, Tim Bennett and Jason Kenny cross the line from Mick Cave and Andy Orchard in second spot. Then 5, Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. Then Bob Heath and Dean Bartholomew. And then Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock. And bringing up the rear, 101, Gavin Newlin and Steve Walker. Official result in a moment. Number 5 then, right hand sidecars, and Fine win for number 12, Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie. In second place, number 5, Mick Cave and Andy Orchard. In third place, number 25, Rob Wilson and Will Jones. In fourth place, number 8, Bob Heath and Dean Bartholomew. Fifth place, number 55, Jerry Adams and Sean Pettick. And in sixth place, 101, Gavin Newlin and P. Corcoran. No seventh finisher. The winner's time, 1 minute 36.20. From the top, 12, 5, 25, 8, 55, 101. 1 minute 36.20. Over the page, onto the 350s. They're under starters orders up there on the line. There's one more just coming into line. And away they go, or they don't go. I think we'll have a red flag, ladies and gentlemen. And they can all go back and do it again. In this race, we will not have 228 Wayne Andrews. His place is being taken by 251 P. Wakeford. We will not have 261 Andy Gomb, but number 66, Steve King, will take his place. So additional runners are 251, P. Wakeford, and 66, Steve King. Non-starters, 228, Wayne Andrews, and 261, A. Gomb. Away they go then, race 6. Down the first straight, into the first turn. It's that man who won that 250 heat only a few minutes ago, and he's out there in front now on his 350. And it's Dave Mears then, leading the pack. Steve Carter. Well, right, sort out these 350cc boys, but David Mears has certainly got the track all under his own command as he comes around that turn. He's winding up the motor. It's 139. David Mears from 332. Nicholas Irwin from 75. Steve Carter. Then 261, who they told me wasn't running. Andy Gomb. Oh, 139. David Mears it is that leads. Look at that battle on for second place between Nick Irwin and Steve Carter. Wheel to wheel they are there. 139, David Mears takes the last left flag from Steve Carter, Nicholas Irwin, then Keith Potts, Andy Gomb, Steve King, Tim Maynard, John Murray, Martin Jacobs, Alan Dan and Dave Ivey. Sorry, 251 is P. Wakeford. Second flag goes, 139, David Mears wins, Steve Carter in second place, then Nick Irwin, then 175, Keith Potts, Andy Gomb, Steve King, then Tim Maynard, then John Murray, then P. Wakeford, Martin Jacobs and Alan Dan. An official result in a moment. Race number 6 then, race number 6, the 350s, a fine win for number 139, David Mears. In second place, 75, Steve Carter. Third place, 332, Nick Irwin. Fourth place, 175, Keith Potts. Fifth place, 261, Andy Gomb. Sixth place, 66, Steve King. Seventh place, 59, Tim Maynard. Eighth place, 186, John Murray. Ninth place, 251, P. Wakeford. 10th place, number 14, Martin Jacobs, and 11th place, number 20, Alan Dan. Winner's time was 1 minute 23.61. From the top, 139, 75, 332, 175, 261, 66, 59, 186, 251, 14 and 20. 1 minute 23.61. And the other half of the 350s now doing battle as they go down that first straight. Very tight into that first turn, but got a little bit like Roy Sizemore. They cut there first. Well, Roy Sizemore it was, but it's 1, 2, 3. Chris Wilby that now takes the lead from Roy Sizemore there in second place. Looks like Neil Emmett struggling around there for third and down against somebody. Well, it was very spectacular, but he's on his feet already and hoping to take part in the remainder of this race. So around that turn they come then. It's 1, 2, 3. Chris Wilby ahead of 2, 3, 1. Roy Sizemore from Neil Emmett, Arthur Livings and Brent Davis. Well, it's all action on the front line there and lots of action in the midfield as well. Don't quite know where to focus the attention in this one. 1, 2, 3. Chris Wilby goes a little bit wide. Roy Sizemore comes up on the inside as they take the last lap flag. He was neck and neck as they went over that line. Then it's 58 Neil Emmett, 17 David Homan, 71 Arthur Livings, then Brad Davis. I believe that's Paul Watson. Back after injury. Good to see him back out on his 350cc machine. Around that turn down the bottom they come in and Roy Sizemore goes a little bit wide. Checkered flag goes. It's Roy Sizemore's win. Chris Wilby in second place. Then Neil Emmett, then David Homan, then Arthur Livings, Brad Davis, Paul Watson, Bill Buckley. And Mike Smith bringing up the rear. Race number 7, the official result there, a win for number 2, 3-1, Roy Sizemore in second place, 1, 2, 3. Chris Wilby, third place, 58, Neil Emmett, fourth place, number 17, David Homan, fifth place, number 71, Arthur Livings, sixth place, number 63, Brad Davis, seventh place, number 331, Paul Watson, eighth place, number 336, Phil Buckley, and in ninth place, number 54, Mike Smith. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 28.65. From the top, 231, 1, 2, 3, 58, 17, 71, 63, 331, 336, and 54. No other finishers. 1 minute 28.65. Away they go then, the left-hand sidecars, first outing of the afternoon, and 3 outfits in this one. 24, Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers leap into the lead. Round they come then, number 24, Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers. From 126, Martin Cuff and Darren Goldfinch. And then the Greens, father and daughter, going round there on one of these pre-75 left-hand outfits. He was explaining to me in the pits earlier how sorry he was they hadn't run the pre-75 events so far this season after getting the machine ready, and he said he wanted to try it out, so he brought it here this afternoon. 24, Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers lead then. On 126, Martin Cuff and Darren Goldfinch. And then number 134, Mr. and Miss Green. One of those positions remaining unchanged as they come round there. 24, Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers take the last lap flag, with Martin Cuff and Darren Goldfinch having a few problems there in second place. Oh, talking to Paula Green in the pits there between practice and racing, and she's keen to do a full season. She really enjoyed herself out there in practice, and this is indeed her first ever meeting. Checkered flag goes in, a win for Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers. Coming round there in second place, 126 Martin Cuff and Darren Goldfinch. And the greens come up to the line. The father and daughter combination on the 375. In fact, I think that's a 1968 outfit. The official result of race number 8 was a win for number 24, Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers. Second place, number 126, Martin Cuff and Darren Goldfinch. Number 134, Mr and Miss Green. No other finishes. The winner's time was 1 minute 31.44. From the top 24, 126, 134, 1 minute 31.44. On the line and away they go then. Left hand sidecars again, 3 charioteers again in this one. 808, Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. Scorch off that line into that first turn. Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. And then number 19, we're told, is actually Jim Doyle. 808, Luke Pachol and Julian Brown in lead. The rest of the race I'm not too sure about. That number 22 is Jim Doyle, we believe. 19 on the side. So that's got me confused, but I think that is actually Jim Doyle riding his own machine. Dominic Doyle will be borrowing that machine for race 10, which is what's got me confused. Round they come then, 808, Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. Taking their last lap back. And then number 22, Jim Doyle. And Tony Doyle on the chair. And from nowhere, 173, Gary Moore. I forgot there was riding with him. And S. Newman. Second flag goes to 808. Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. And a fair distance back, number 22, Jim and Tony Doyle. They cross the line now for second place. And then rolling home in third, number 173, Gary Moore and S. Newman. .90. Oh, a few more outfits on the line this time, and we do believe that number 19 may have number 22 on the bike. Just to add to confusion. Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor with number 23, Bill Penfold. And riding with Bill this afternoon, Matthew Lewin. Then 25, Tony Penfold, Julian Wood. 174, Duncan Fish, Danny Malone. 251, John Arnott, Russell Steele. And 129, Lenny Bora and S.R. Hoggart. Into the first turn they come then. That looks like a very familiar Penfold machine coming round there, and it is 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. John Arnott and Russell Steele. But look at Tony Penfold and Julian Wood trying to go through on the inside there. And the brothers are at it. Tony Penfold comes through, Bill Penfold fighting there on the outside, not giving an inch, takes the lead again into that turn. It's Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin leading. From Tony Penfold and Julian Wood in second, then John Arnott and Russell Steele in third. as John Arnott goes up into second place and tries to ride around the outside of Billy Penfold on that turn. And young Billy's got a good line round there and cracks the motor on John Arnott's got up on the inside and goes through. John Arnott takes the lead with Russell Steele in the chair from Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. Then Tony Penfold and Julian Wood. Fighting it out for second and third place there. Tony Penfold's in trouble. John Arnott leads. Billy Penfold in second, and then Duncan Fish, and then Lenny Borer. And the chain off. That's bad luck for Tony Penfold. Dominic Doyle bringing up the rear. Very bad luck there for Tony Penfold, Julian Wood, who were doing so well in that race. The checkered flag is being made ready though, and round he comes. Number 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. From 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. Then Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. And Lenny Borer. And S.R. Hoggett. And I'm just wondering whether Tony Penfold will push that past the checkered flag or not. Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor brought up the rear there. Official result in a moment. On to race 11 and the first outing this afternoon for the 500cc solo boys. And we're in this one, no number 161, Mike Webster. In his place, 86, Paul Hurry. Another non-starter, 214, John Wilson. 214, John Wilson, non-starter in this one. And away they go. Down the first straight, it's 38, Chris Underhill that feeds down that straight with Paul Hurry right on his back wheel as they go into the first turn together. Chris Underhill got the outside line and Paul Hurry blasts through on the inside. It's Paul Hurry from Chris Underhill, Keith Richards, Roy Sizemore, Andy Goff, and Keith Massingham. Paul Hurry lifting the front wheel as he leaps away from the opposition down that back straight. Number 86, Paul Hurry. And then it's got to keep the front wheel on the floor from Chris Underhill in second, then Keith Richards, Roy Sizemore, Andy Goff, John Murray, Keith Massingham, Adrian Harden, and Tim Maynard. Paul Hurry then leads there, the familiar sight of that man in front. Takes the last lap flag from Chris Underhill in second, then Roy Sizemore, then Keith Richards, Andy Goff, John Murray, Keith Massingham, Adrian Harden and Tim Maynard. So the checkered flag being made ready this time as number 86, Paul Hurry, a superb line out of that corner. Up comes the front wheel. Tremendous win for number 86, Paul Hurry from 38, Chris Underhill. 2-5-3-3-1, Roy Sizemore, then Keith Richards and Andy Gold, then John Murray, and 117, Keith Massingham, and number 2, Adrian Hart, 59, Tim Maynard. Official result, race 11, win for number 86, Paul Hurry, nearly said Graham, 86, Paul Hurry wins. In second place, number 38, Chris Underhill, third place, 231, Roy Sizemore, fourth place, 143, Keith Richards, fifth place, 261, Andy Gom, sixth place, 186, T. Murray, seventh place, number 117, Keith Massingham, eighth place, number 2, Adrian Harden, and ninth place, number 59, Tim Maynard. Winner's time, 1 minute 21.47. From the top, 86, 38, 231, 143, 261, 186, 117, 2, and 59. Winner's time, 1 minute 21.47. Solos again making their way to the line, and we get number 04, Ricky Sanford, 17, Dave Homan. 23, Mike Trevitt. 45, James Cramp. 620, Michael Randall. 73, Julian Phipps. 110, Andy Hopton. 123, Chris Walby. 169, James Cawthorey. 189, G Ball. 230, Ian Edwards. 260, M Harris. And 336, Phil Buckley. On we go then, with race number 12. Flat out of that turn, it's Julian Phipps that leads. Julian Phipps has got the run in this one from 169, James Cawthorey, and then 123, Chris Walby. Followed by 620, Michael Randall. Julian Phipps powering on down that straight, pulling a tremendous lead over the rest of the field. James Cawthorey unfortunately got problems and retires to the outside. So from second to nowhere in one easy movement. Now 73. Julian Phipps from 123. Chris Walby. Then Michael Randall, James Cramp. And M Harris. Julian Phipps though looking very much as though he's in command in this one. As he heads the field round. Winds that motor up, drifts a little bit wide. Keeps it under control, looks over his shoulder to see where the opposition is. It's just one lap from winning with Chris Walby in second, James Cramp in third, then Michael Randall and G Ball. And around this turn they come, it's for the last time this time. Now goes the perfect lap. Julian Phipps wins. Chris Walby takes second. James Cramp third, then Mr Ball, then Michael Randall, Bill Buckley, M Harris, and Ian Edwards. Official result in a moment. Before I do that though, race number 10. Race number 10 in 6th place. Enter number 25. Tony Penfold and Julian Wood. Race 10 in 6th spot. Number 25. Tony Penfold and Julian Wood. A fine win for number 73, Julian Phipps. In second place, 123, Chris Walby. Third place, 45, James Cramp. Fourth place, 189, G Ball. Fifth place, 620, Michael Randall. Sixth place, 336, Phil Buckley. Seventh place, 260, M Harris. Eighth place, 230, Ian Edwards. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 27.13. From the top by number only, 73, 123, 45, 189, 620, 336, 260, 230, 1 minute 27.13. On now to race 13, and again it's the 500cc solos. And indeed the end of the first leg of racing this afternoon. So everybody should have had it, just their one ride at the end of this race. Looking in this one for Graham Knievel, Ryan Woodcock, Lucas Dodd, Paul Watson, Duncan Tolhurst, Sean Tacey, Adrian Mower, Robin Pilcher, Paul Smith, Justin Shaw, Andy Cullen, Steve Wilson and Ben Howe. Additional runner you may have noticed there, number 70, P. Smith. Number 70, Paul Smith. Away they go then, down that first straight. Ben Howe, it looks as it is, has taken up the running into that first turn. But look at Duncan Tolhurst and Steve Wilson, both going up the inside there. Duncan Tolhurst puts the power on, drives out in front. It's Duncan Tolhurst from Steve Wilson, from Ben Howe, Adrian Mower, Sean Tacey and Paul Smith. So look at Duncan Tolhurst really making the dust fly as he goes out in the lead and pulls a bigger lead on the rest of the field. It's Duncan Tolhurst that leads from Steve Wilson in second place. Then Adrian Mower, then Ben Howe. Duncan Tolhurst on the GM. Steve Wilson on another GM. Then Adrian Mower, and then Ben Howe. And then Sean Tacey. Ben Howe having a big struggle there with Adrian Mower, but it looks like he's just got his front wheel in front at the moment. Adrian Mower cuts back onto an inside line and fights for his position, but Duncan Tolhurst goes on with his line. Duncan Tolhurst from Steve Wilson, then Ben Howe, then Adrian Mower, then Sean Casey, then Justin Shaw, Luke Dodd, and Robin Pilcher. As the leaders catch up with the tail enders and begin to lap them, Duncan Tolhurst comes round on the fast line, looks over his shoulder, takes the checkered flag, a win for Duncan Tolhurst, second place Steve Wilson, then Ben Howe, Adrian Mower, Sean Casey, Justin Shaw, Luke Dodd, Robin Pilcher, Paul Watson, Paul Smith, Brian Woodcock. Official result with you in a moment. 13. Race number 13, a fine win for number 74, Duncan Tolhurst. In second place, 215, Steve Wilson. Third place, 244, Ben Howe. Fourth place, 154, Adrian Mower. Fifth place, 101, Sean Casey. Sixth place, 187, Justin Shaw. Seventh place, 65, Luke Dodd. Eighth place, 174, Robin Pilcher. Ninth place, 331, Paul Watson. 10th place, number 70, Paul Smith. 11th place, number 22, Brian Woodcock. And 12th place, number 201, Andy Cullen. No 13th finisher, the winner's time, 1 minute 23.68. From the top, 74, 215, 244, 154, 101, 187, 65, 174, 331, 70, 22 and 201. No 13th, winner's time 1 minute 23.68. Right hand sidecars then, no number 3 and Colin Hutton and Ian Salter, and no 99 Pete Colvin. Additional runners 15 Jason Steer, 55 Jerry Adams, and 38 Richard Brown. And indeed Tim Bennett won't go in this one. He's obviously been double booked and he'll go later on. So no Tim Bennett, no Colin Hutton, no Pete Colvin, but in go Jason Steer, Jerry Adams, and number 38, which should have been Richard Brown, but I think is now going to be Chris Merrick. Off the line they go then, and down the first straight. Jerry Adams leads into the first turn. Dust starts to fly as Jerry Adams and Sean Pittard come out of that turn first. I think that's Mr Colvin in second, but he seemed to have missed a gear and let the ladies catch him up, so all action's round this next turn now. The action is on. 55, Jerry Adams and Sean Pittard lead. The Colvins and then Penny Hook and Jane McLaren, who nearly got biffed out of the way there by number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. A good bit of evasive action from them two. So out of that turn they come, and it's 55. Jerry Adams and Sean Pittard didn't get the best of rights in their first race, but they're winning this one. And after number 94, and 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. Then 34, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren, the all-girl crew, fighting round in fourth place. And in fifth place, Chris Berwick. And I've forgotten who's on the side of it. Well, comfortable lead for Jerry Adams and Mr Colvin, and then the all-girl crew. And then Chris Berwick bringing up the rear. Nigel Field, that is, in the chair. Quick check of my programme and we're in with it. And 55, Jerry Adams and Sean Pittard win. Now look for these three coming round here now. 15, Jason Steer. That's just what David could have getting across there, but slow. Oh, well, he had to go in the middle for a rest after that. The ladies, all-girl crew there, shot into third place. Official result in a moment. For number 55, Jerry Adams and Sean Pittard. In second place, number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. In third place, number 34, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. In fourth place, 94, the Colvins. And in fifth place, number 38, which was Chris Berwick and Nigel Field. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 36.87. By number only, 55, 15, 34, 94, 38. No other finishers, 1 minute 36.87. Giles. We turn the page and come up to race number 15. It's the 250 solos, second leg, and away they go down that first straight. And a bad start there for Mitch Godden. I think he must have knocked it out of gear as he left the line and made himself an awful hard job out of this one to come up from last place. But let's see just how many he can pick off on his way round. Mike Appleton leads. 139 David Mears comes up on the inside, takes the lead from Mike Appleton. So it's David Mears from Mike Appleton. And then Lee Street in third. Lee Street and David Mears previously won a race each in the first leg, and David Mears stays on maximum points at the moment, but Mike Appleton's giving him a hard time. It's Dave Mears from Mike Appleton. Turn to Lee Street. Lee Street looks like he's going to get past Mike Appleton in a moment. Then Jack Walker, then Richard Sims. And just watch Lee Street as he gains a few yards on Mike Appleton there. David Mears seems to have pulled clear of those two. Dave Mears, as I said, fresh from his win at Gtsa last week. Mike Appleton then holding on to second. Lee Street pushing hard all the way. Those three pulling away from the rest of the field. Now Lee Street makes his move and comes up alongside Mike Appleton. But as he's shown his card too early as they come round this last turn for the last time, Lee Street powers it on the inside. Mike Appleton's on the outside, but Dave Mears wins. Lee Street takes second. Mike Appleton third. A long gap back then, it's Jack Walker, Richard Sims, Mitch Godden, who didn't do bad in heading these last three after a disastrous start for him. It's Alan Dan that finishes next, then 145 Martin Drury, and then 47 Steve Smith. Official result in a moment. Race number 15, a fine win for number 139, David Mears. In second place, number 5, Lee Street. Third place, 558, Mike Appleton. Fourth place, 262, Jack Walker. Fifth place, number 180, Richard Sims. Sixth place, number 9, Mitchell Godden. Seventh place, number 20, Alan Dan. Eighth place, 145, Martin Drury. And in ninth place, number 47, Steve Smith. No other finisher. The winner's time, 1 minute 26.32. From the top by number only, 139, 5, 558, 262, 180, 9, 20 and 145, and number 47. 1 minute 26.32. Well, whilst those sidecars come up to battle for race 16, looking round here, can't see much of a queue at that burger bar. Now, I know they're delicious, I tried them earlier. So let's see a few of you supporting the traders here this afternoon. There's an ice cream van, there's a burger bar. Even an alcoholic bar over there. So, a little bit of dust in your throat and I'm sure you'll be over there faster than lightning. Tiny trackers are in attendance, so there's lots here for you this afternoon. I've seen Gary Kimber Photography. And Pete and Pearl's photographs are there. I couldn't see the flag. Fly the flag, they said. Couldn't see Pete and Pearl's flag, but I can see their little green caravanette and their tent over there, so that's all in order. We have Gary Kimber Photography, Pete and Pearl's Photography. We have the burger bars, 2 of those, an ice cream van and a beer tent. What more could you want? Don't forget, Pete Ruffle has also got Bob's Videos. Bob's Videos over there, and I think there's a television set inside that tent, and you can go and pick the race that you missed while you went to the loo at one of these meetings, and you can actually see that on the screen. Away they go then, the left-handers, but they're not underway. The tapes went, but the riders didn't. Well, a very well controlled start. Well done, Brian. And away they go then, the tapes are flown and the bikes go to the first turn. That's Luke Pachol and Julian Brown in the lead into the first turn. From number 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin there in second place. Then Lenny Riproara Bora holding third. Luke Pachol and Julian Brown in lead. From 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. Then Riproara Bora and that's our Hoggett. Then number 19, Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. And 173. Bringing up the rear. 808. Julian Brown in there. From Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. Then Lenny Bora and then our Hoggett. Those three well spaced out in the front. Then Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. And then number 173, which is Gary Moore. And that's Newman. Oh, the last lap flag there already for 808. Luke Pachol and Julian Brown from 23. Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin, and then Riproara Bora and SR Hoggett holding a good third. A little bit of a gap back for Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor, and then 173. Gary Moore and S. Newman. Well, that's going to be a fight to the finish, those tail enders, so we'll focus back on those in a moment. But the checkered flag being made ready for 808, Luke Pachol and Julian Brown in. And a fight to the finish between these two for second, but it's going to be Bill Penfold and Matthew Lewin from Lenny Bora and SR Hoggett. And I said there'd be a fight to the finish between these two. And it just went to Gary Moore and S. Newman. I think he just found which way the throttle twists on that thing as he come out of that last turn. Then Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. Official result in a moment. Julian Brown in second place, number 23, Billy Penfold, Matthew Lewin. Third place, 129, Lenny Bora. And SR Hoggett. Fourth place, 173, Gary Moore and S. Newman. And in fifth place, number 19, Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. No sixth finisher, the winner's time, 1 minute 31.70. Back into the 250cc's, solos. And we're looking for 00, Peter Bassett. Number 18, G. Cook. 36, Roy Gom. 61, Colin Beeching. 111, Tim Taylor. 118, Bill Sims. 131, Alan Carman. And underway they go. Before I could give you the full lineup, they were underway. It's like Dean Camier that has gone into the lead. Hotly pursued by Bill Sims and Alan Carman. 44 then, Dean Camier leads from 118, Bill Sims, then Alan Carman, then Taylor. And Paul Steele. Well, the first three well spaced out there, and if they can just keep going all at the same pace, there'll be no overtaking on the front line. But watch the others for action. Dean Camier from Bill Sims, Alan Carman, then Matthew Street, Tim Taylor, Paul Steele, Graham Legg, Colin Beeching, and Jason Steele bringing up the rear. Last lap play 4, Dean Camier from 118, Bill Sims, 131, Alan Carman, 741, Matthew Street, 111, Tim Taylor, 247, Mr Steele, then Graham Legg, Colin Beeching, and the other Mr Steele bringing up the rear. Nice line out of that turn 4, Dean Camier. The checkered flag goes, his second win of the afternoon. On 118, Bill Sims. 131, Alan Carman. 741, Matthew Street, then Tim Taylor. Then Paul Steele, Colin Beeching, Graham Legg, and Jason Steele. 17, the official result there was a win for number 44, Dean Camier. In second place, number 118, Bill Sims. In third place, number 131, Alan Carman. Fourth place, number 111, Tim Taylor. Fifth place, number 247, Paul Steele. Sixth place, number 61, Colin Beeching. Seventh place, 321, Graham Legg. 147, was in 8th place, which was Jason Steele. The winner's time, 1 minute 27.61. By number only, 44, 118, 131, 111, 247, 61, 321 and 147. No other finishers. Winner's time, 1 minute 27.61.
You can call him up again to race in his correct race.
Number 741, Matthew Street, should not have been in that race and has therefore got to come out in his proper race, number 19. Race 19. Right-hand sidecars, race number 18, and they're on the way down the first straight already, and it's got number 17, Dave, 25, Rob Wilson Jr. and Vince Jones aiming there in second, and then Mick Cave and Andy Orchard in third. Mick Cave and Andy Orchard getting the better of Rob Wilson Jr. on the exit of that bend and moving up into second place. Mike Baxter also takes the young Wilson boy and Will Jones. Tim Bennett doesn't normally start at the end of the field, and he's not doing too well in this one. Right here, in the wild lead. Then Mick Cave and Andy Orchard. Then Mike Baxter, Neil Martin. Then Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. Then Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie. Then number 94, T. Colvin. T&A Colvin, that is, bringing under there. I'm sure that's Nicola Colvin on the back of that. I think it's Eric on the front, but I'm lost with the Colvins this afternoon. Round they come, 17, Dave Stearney and Whale, that's for sure. On their last lap, from Mick Cave and Andy Orchard in second place, and then 88, Mike Baxter and Neil Martin, then Roy Wilson Jr. and Will Jones, Tim Bennett, Jason Glennie, and then the Colvins. Sure it's Nicola on the chair, but I'm not too sure which one the driver is. Second flag goes, a win for number 17, Dave Steer, and Ian Whale, from Mick Cave and Andy Orchard in second, then Mike Baxter and Neil Martin. Then Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones, Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie. And then number 112, the Colvins. Mick Cave hasn't got Andy Orchard on the side this afternoon, but a Mr Stace. And Mr Stace, unknown quantity, new first time out with that passenger. Probably why he's not quite up on the front line like he usually is. Official result for the right-hand sidecar. Race number 18 was a win for number 17, Dave Steer and Ian Whale. In second place, number 5, Mick Cave and Mr Stace. Third place, number 88, Mike Baxter and Neil Martin. Fourth place, 25, Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. Fifth place, number 12, Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie. Sixth place, number 112, Rick and Nicola Colvin. No seventh finisher. The winner's time, 1 minute 33.63. From the top, 17, 5, 88, 25, 12 and 112. 1 minute 33.63. Jim Wiseman. Jim Wiseman. You can hear me. Can you make your way to the public announcers box, please? Jim Wiseman. Jim Wiseman. Jim Wiseman. Could you come to the commentary box, please? Richard Smith then in the lead from Terry Giles and Adrian Phipps and then Ian Lee Amies. Now I don't remember seeing Ian Lee Amies earlier this afternoon, so maybe he missed his first ride. If so, he'll need the points from this one. And he's staying in fourth at the moment. We have a faller there. Not too sure who that was. And he's up and okay. Round that turn then, Richard Smith leads, Terry Giles in second place, Adrian Phipps in third, then Keith Richards and Ian Lee Amies and Arthur Levins. And Matthew Street out in his correct race this time. Then Mike Smith, then Martin Peters, and then P. Wakeford. Round the turn then, 33. Richard Smith leads on his last lap ahead of Terry Giles, Ian Lee Amies, Adrian Phipps, Keith Richards, and Arthur Levins. And then Matthew Street. Mike Smith, P. Wakeford and Michael Peters. Flat out of that last turn then, the checkered flag awaits him. 33, Richard Smith wins from Terry Giles and Ian Lee Amies and Adrian Phipps, Arthur Levins, Keith Richards, Matthew Street, Mike Smith, P. Wakeford, and Martin Peters. 19, race number 19, the official result there, a win for number 33, Richard Smith. In second place, 300, Terry Giles. Third place, 183, Ian Lee Amies. Fourth place, 176, Adrian Phipps. Fifth place, number 71, Arthur Livings. Sixth place, 143, Keith Richards. Seventh place, 741, Matthew Street. Eighth place, number 54, Mike Smith. Ninth place, 251, P. Wakeford. And in 10th place, number 37, Michael Peters. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 27.87 from the top, 33, 300, 183, 176, 71, 143, 741, 54, 251, 37, 1 minute 27.87. And back to the left-hand side cars, and away we go down that first straight. It's Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw that lead. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw lead out of that first turn from 251. John Arnott and Russell Steele holding a good second place. Then a little bit of a gap back to Jim and Tony Doyle. And then number 134, the Greens, out with a vengeance. And that young lady on that sidecar. Don't get very many ladies doing the left-hand sidecar passenger, and in fact only Lydia O'Hare and Emma Cree come to mind at the moment, but good on her, I say. Number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw from 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. Then 22, Jim and Tony Doyle, and then number 134, the Greens. Round that turn there then, looking at the last lap flag this time, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw lead from 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. And then number 22, Jim and Tony Doyle. And the Greens fighting towards the finish. One more lap for the Greens. Number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw win. Ahead of 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. And then the Doyles, followed by the Greens. Result of race number 20, a fine win for number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. In second place, number 2, 5-1, John Arnott and Russell Steele. In third place, number 22, Jim and Tony Doyle. And in fourth place, number 134, Dave and Paula Green. No fifth or sixth finishes. The winner's time, 1 minute 33.39. From the top, 2, 251, 22 and 134. No other finishes, 1 minute 33.39. Looking now to the 500cc solos. Race number 21. Numbers 2, Adrian Harden, 22, Brian Woodcock, 70, Paul Smith, 45, James Cramp, 620, Michael Randall, 74, Duncan Tolhurst, 117, Keith Massingham, 123, Chris Walby, 174, Robin Belcher, 215, Steve Wilson, 230, Ian Edwards, 260, M. Harris, and 336, Phil Buckley. Riders off the start line and down that first straight they go. Duncan Tolhurst again leaps into the lead, hotly pursued again by Steve Wilson. Remember, these two had a ding-dong battle in their first ride and they've managed to draw the same race together again in the second leg. Steve Wilson, though, takes the lead from Duncan Tolhurst in their first turn. It's Steve Wilson from Duncan Tolhurst who's got trouble. Duncan Tolhurst in trouble there as he manages to get off the track safely. So Steve Wilson now got it all his own way. A big gap between him and Paul Smith back there in second place. Throttle full bore. Steve Wilson leads. Followed by Paul Smith, Chris Walby, Robin Pilcher, Brian Woodcock, James Cramp, and Michael Randall and Keith Massingham. Meanwhile, the leader goes his own way. 215, Steve Wilson. Had a tremendous ride at Britain last week, finishes second in the final. He's on form again here this afternoon. So it's 215, Steve Wilson, followed by Paul Smith, then Robin Pilcher, and the leader pulls further away from the rest of the field. Lat out there, drifts a little bit wide, but takes the checkered flag with a vengeance. 215, Steve Wilson. From 70, Paul Smith, 174, Robin Pilcher, then 123, Chris Walby, 22, Brian Woodcock, 45, James Cramp, 620, Michael Randall, 336, Phil Buckley, number 2, Adrian Harden, and 230, Ian Edwards. The official result in a moment. A fine win for number 215, Steve Wilson. In second place, number 70, Paul Smith. Third place, 174, Robin Pilcher. Fourth place, 123, Chris Walby. Fifth place, 22, Brian Woodcock. Sixth place, 45, James Cramp. Seventh place, 620, Michael Randall. Eighth place, 336, Phil Buckley. Ninth place, number 2, Adrian Harden. 10th place, 230, Ian Edwards, and 11th place, 117, Keith Massingham. Winner's time, 1 minute 24.27. From the top, 215, 70, 174, 123, 22, 45, 620, 336, 2, 230, and 117. Winner's time, 1 minute 24.27. Now this, I believe, will be race number 24. This, I think, is race number 24. 500cc solos, so don't put your result in the wrong race. Round they come then, it is 500s, it's 231 Roy Sizemore from 38 Chris Underhill, then Sean Tracy, and 143 Keith Richards, 331 Paul Watson, 73 Julian Phipps, and 201 Andy Cullen, bringing up the rear. Oh, we have a folder on that lower turn there, but he's up and okay and walking to the centre green. That looks like young Tim Maynard. So, 231. Roy Sizemore ahead of 38 Chris Underhill. Well, look at Chris Underhill going around the outside there. He's got it in for that bloke. He's going to take him by whatever means it takes to get him. And there he goes. 38 Chris Underhill leads from 231. Roy Sizemore in second place. And Roy Sizemore hasn't given up. He's snapping that throttle right back to the stop. It's 38 Chris Underhill. 231 Roy Sizemore. 101 Sean Tracy. 73 Julian Phipps. 143 Keith Richards. 331 Paul Watson. So the familiar white letters of Chris Underhill leading the field. Coming around the last turn for the last time, winding up the motor. Checkered flag goes, the win to 38 Chris Underhill from 231. Roy Sizemore, then Sean Tracy, then Julian Phipps, Keith Richards, Paul Watson and Andy Cullen bringing up the rear. Number 24. Now before you write anything, this has got to go at the bottom of the page. I've told you, race 24. A fine win for number 38, Chris Underhill. Second place, number 231, Roy Sizemore. Third place, 101, Sean Tracy. Fourth place, number 73, Julian Phipps. Fifth place, 143, Keith Richards. Sixth place, 331, Paul Watson. And seventh place, 201, Andy Cullen. No other finishers. The winner's time there, 1 minute 24.19. Again, at the bottom of the page, 38, 231, 101, 73, 143, 331 and 201. Winner's time, 1 minute 24.19. Back up 2 races then, and we should now continue with race 22, the 350cc solos. Looking in this one for David Homan, Alan Dan, Neil Emmett, Tim Maynard. He's got his work cut out, and he just fell off that one over there. Steve Carter, David Mears, Keith Potts, G. Ball, M. Harris, Nick Irwin and Phil Buckley. .350cc's underway and into that first turn, and it did look like a bit of a humdinger into there as Steve Carter comes out first. Steve Carter stamps his authority, 175, second, and 139, David Mears in third. David Mears already a winner, twice on the 250, once on the 350, but he's struggling in third place at the moment. Comes on terms with Keith Potts as he goes down that straight. Tries to take that second spot, looks like he's got it from this distance, but anything can happen in Grasstrack racing. It's Steve Carter, then Keith Potts, then David Mears, then Nick Irwin, and then M. Harris. So 75 Steve Carter seems to be pulling away. David Mears goes up the inside of Keith Potts, takes over second place at the moment. Keith Potts fights back underneath and comes back through to second, but it's Steve Carter that leads. From Keith Potts, David Mears, and a long way back to David Homan, Neil Emmett, M. Harris, Phil Buckley, Tim Maynard. He managed to get that 350 out there after falling off the 500. And we have a faller on that turn, we believe to be Nick Irwin. Quite to the finish, checkered flag goes. Steve Carter wins, Keith Potts second, Dave Mears third. Bit of a gap back, and it's David Homan. In fourth, then M. Harris, then Neil Emmett, then Tim Maynard and Phil Buckley, very close on the line. And Alan Dan bringing up the rear. Underway again then with the left-hand sidecars. This time race 23. Only 3 outfits in it. Round they come, 24. Tom Penfold and Liam Shivers lead from Tony Penfold and Julian Wood in second place, and then Duncan Tolhurst and Danny Malone riding third. Well, quite close together at the moment, but Tom Penfold is pulling away slightly from Tony Penfold. Two brothers. And his boys. Round they come. Tom Penfold and Liam Shivers with a big lead over Tony Penfold and Julian Wood, who seems to have struck trouble. He lost the chain in a ride earlier and cruising back to the pits now, so that's bad luck again there for Tony Penfold. Round they come then. Nice tight line there for Tom Penfold, really giving it the big one. Tom Penfold and Liam Shivers then from 174, Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. Only two to finish this one. Around they come then, the checkered flag ready, a win for Tom Penfold and Liam Shivers. And in second place, Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. And looking at the top there, it's the 350 boys again. Additional runners 251 P. Wakeford and 66 Steve King. Non-runner 228 Wayne Andrews. 228 Wayne Andrews. Way to go then, the 350s are underway. Roy Sizemore leads the pack down that first straight. Andy Gommett appears to be in second place at the moment. Well, Roy Sizemore having a very good day here this afternoon, and looks like he's got the runners on this one. It's 2-3-1. Roy Sizemore, 2-6-1. Andy Gommett, Brad Davis, Chris Wilby, Martin Jacobs, Arthur Livins, Paul Watson, P. Wakeford, John Murray and Mike Smith. 2-3-1 then, Roy Sizemore, holding a good lead over his nearest challenger, which is Andy Gomm, number 261. Then Brad Davis, Chris Walby and Martin Jacobs all in close attendance. A little bit of a gap back for Arthur Livingston, Paul Watson. Back further for P. Wakeford, John Murray, Mike Smith. Around they come, 2-3-1. Takes his last lap flag ahead of Andy Gomm, Brad Davis, Martin Jacobs and Chris Walby. Those boys still in hot pursuit of each other. Anything could happen here on the last lap. Martin Jacobs trying to go round Brad Davis, didn't quite get there. Looking then at the last turn there for the last time as the checkered flag is made ready for them. It's 2-3-1. Roy Sizemore that wins. Andy Gomm gets second, Brad Davis third, Chris Walby fourth and Martin Jacobs fifth. Then Arthur Livins. Then Paul Watson. P. Wakeford, Mike Smith and C. Murray. Page there, a win for number 2-3-1 Roy Sizemore. In second place 2-6-1 Andy Gomm. In third place number 63 Brad Davis. Fourth place number 123 Chris Walby. Fifth place number 14 Martin Jacobs. Sixth place 71 Arthur Livins. Seventh place 3-3-1 Paul Watson. Eighth place 2-5-1 P. Wakeford. 9th place 54 Mike Smith and 10th place 186 Mr Murray. No 11th finisher, the winner's time was 1 minute 29.10. High number only 231, 261, 63, 123, 14, 71 and 331 and 251, 54, 186. No other finishers, 1 minute 29.10. The Tunbridge Motorcycle Club Limited's third meeting of the season, a centre restricted event on the boarded circuit, the Action Track at Collier Street, near Yalding in Kent. The Action Track. Also on the 26th of July, another centre restricted event held by the Waterlooville Motorcycle Club at Ellis Farm, Foxfield, Hampshire. Sunday 26th of July 1992. Early start for that one, 12 o'clock noon. Start at 12 o'clock noon. Admission by official programme and only £3. So, dividing of the ways, depending where you live closest, Waterlooville Motorcycle Club or the Tunbridge Motorcycle Club, both holding meetings. One at the Action Track, the boarded circuit, Collier Street, the other one at Ellis Farm, Foxfield in Hampshire. Sunday the 26th of July. Keith Richards, who's riding here this afternoon, number 143, gave me the advert for the Waterlooville Club, and he said that you can actually get the beer from here in an hour. So, leaving the line then, and I'll walk back home. And there are some in this one, as they all go down into the first turn. Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie is the lead, from Mike Baxter and Neil Martin in second. And I believe that's a Colvin crew in third. Round they come then, trouble for Mike Baxter. From Rob Wilson, I believe it is, and Will Jones. And the race continues. A little bit of dust coming up now. In the lead then, well and truly clear, number 12, Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie. In second place, number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. Whoop, where did Mr Heath go there? I thought he was going to take all the St John's out with him then for a minute. So round they come in, now, number 12, Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie lead. From 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. And then, 38, Chris Barrett and Nigel Field. I think I've muddled them up, but never mind. Then Gavin Newlin and P. Corcoran, and then Penny Hook and Jane McLaren bring out the leader. Second flag goes to Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie. Second place, number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. Now to try and sort this one out. Chris Barrett and Nigel Field. 101, Gavin Newlin and P. Corcoran, and 34, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren bringing up the rear. Official result in a moment. Number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. In third place, number 38, not Richard Brown, but Chris Barrett and Nigel Field. Fourth place, 101, Gavin Newlin and P. Corcoran. And in fifth place, number 34, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. No other finishers. The winner's time there, 1 minute 34.99. By number only, 12, 15, 38, 101 and 34. No other finishers, 1 minute 34.99. Race 27 coming to the line then. Back to the 250cc solos in this their third leg. Jamesa, Steve Jewison, Gary Moon, Neville Penfold, Ken Lane, Rob Wilson, Russell Ing, Steve Smith, Dave Steer, Paul Penfold, Jerry Adams and Pete Colvin. And in the left-hand sidecars, Ernie Penfold, Tony Penfold, Tom Penfold, Bill Penfold, Bob Miles, John Fish, Neil Cuff and many more. The race is underway. Return to that later. This is race 27, the 250cc solos, and Mike Appleton has gone into the lead with Bill Sims in close attendance there in second place. And then Lee Street, and we're being piled up at the rear end of that field, and the red flag is up. 2 riders down there. Not too sure who they were. All should be revealed in a moment. The race being stopped in the interest of safety. One of those 2 riders is up on his feet, and the other one is as far as his knees at the moment. Gary Moore, could you come over and see the point scoring ladies next to the commentary box, please? Gary Moore. Round they go then, the 250s again underway, and it's Mike Appleton that leads. Lee Street nipping up on the inside there. Bill Sims coming up in 3rd place. Mike Appleton, Lee Street and Bill Sims. Then Keith Richards, Jason Steele, Mitchell Godden, Paul Steele. And P. Wakeford bringing up the rear. Got a box full of neutrals on his Bultaco. I know that gear's in there somewhere, he said. Round they come then. Mike Appleton has got the running on him. He's coming out of that turn, but Lee Street's coming up on the inside. Very tight indeed. Lee Street just at the advantage. Mike Appleton goes to the inside on the turn. Mike Appleton inches ahead at the moment. Lee Street flying up the inside on that straight there. Gives Mike Appleton what for. Mike Appleton goes to turn to the inside. Well, how many times has this race changed hands already? And Mike Appleton drifts a bit wide. Lee Street comes up on the inside. Bill Sims looks to try and get it on the action. 1 left to go. Lee Street, Mike Appleton and Bill Sims from Keith Richards. Lee Street again forces ahead down that straight, gains a few yards this time. Will it be enough to hold to the finish? Mike Appleton comes in flying wide, right in there. He means business. Cuts back for the inside, now goes again for the outside. Lee Street leads though. Lee Street takes the win from Mike Appleton, Bill Sims, then Keith Richards, then Mitchell Godden, then Paul Steele, and then Jason Steele, and P. Wakeford bringing up the rear. Race number 27. Race number 27 was a fine win there for number 5, Lee Street. In second place, 558, Mike Appleton. In third place, 118, Bill Sims. Fourth place, 143, Keith Richards. Fifth place, number 9, Mitchell Godden. Sixth place, 247, Paul Steele. Seventh place, 147, Jason Steele. And in eighth place, 251, P. Wakeford. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 24.36. By number only, 5, 558, 118, 143, 9, 247, 147 and 251. 1 minute 24.36. Left-hand sidecars underway again. This time without 217, Philip and Richard Davis. And it looks like young Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin that go out in front. Squirting the motor on, so it's a little bit wide. There's John Arnott up on the inside. What's going to happen? No, Billy Penfold hangs on to it. Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin from John Arnott, Russell Steele. Then Duncan Fish and Danny Malone and Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor bringing up the rear. Oh, look at those three outfits up the front line. They're all very close together, and John Arnott seems to have made a bit of a faux pas as he almost lets Duncan Fish by. More of a nice tight line this time for Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin as they pull yards clear of John Arnott and Russell Steele. Then Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. And then number 19, Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. there now. The last lap flag will be raised for them at any moment. John Arnott's really in the thick of it. 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin holding on to the lead from John Arnott and Russell Steele coming up there very fast in second place. After having that tussle earlier on with the third place man, Duncan Fish. He's now clear of Duncan Fish and sets his sights on Billy Penfold. This is the last turn for the last time. It's Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin coming round there. John Arnott and Russell Steele trying everything to get on the inside, but they didn't quite make it. Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin win. John Arnott and Russell Steele take second place. Then Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. And then Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. Number 28. The fine win there, start to finish, for Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. In second place, 251, Johnny Arnott and Russell Steele. Third place, 174, Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. Fourth place, number 19, Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. Now other finishers, the winner's time, 1 minute 36.12. From the top, 23, 251, 174 and 19, 1 minute 36.12. Returning now with the 350cc solos. Looking for David Homan, Alan Dan, Roy Gom, Tim May. Well, the race continues and it's 139. David Mears the loser, 175. Fox pushing hard in second place. Then Andy Gom. Then David Homan and M. Harris. Arthur Livington, Alan Dan. Well, look at that scrap for first place here. Dave Mears just holding on to the lead at the moment and Keith Potts there right with him. David Mears drifts a little bit wide. Keith Potts aims to the inside. The battle is on. David Mears, Keith Potts, Andy Gong, M. Harris, David Homan and Arthur Livins. And bringing up the rear. Well, Dave Mears seems to have pulled those few yards clear of second place man, Keith Potts. Keith Potts goes again for an inside line, but can't quite make up the ground. Last lap play goes, it's David Mears from Keith Potts. From Andy Gom. Then M. Harris, David Homan and Arthur Livings. With Alan Dan bringing up the rear. Round they come then, the checkered flag in front of them, 139. David Mears takes the win from 175. Keith Potts. 261 Andy Gom. 260 M. Harris, 71 Arthur Livings, 17 David Homan, and number 20 Alan Dan. Back with the official result in a moment or two. So the riders on the line, waiting to do battle. Oh, an amazing wheelie there by Luke Dodd as he came flying off that start line and he enters the first turn in fourth place. Meanwhile, it's Ben Howe that leads with Paul Hurry in close attendance in second at the moment, but I'm sure he'll overhaul Ben Howe before the race is out. It's 244, 86, 154, 65 and 187 and 186. So keep your eyes on those front two because they're dynamite. They're very explosive and they're just waiting to explode. 244, Ben Howard. Nice tight line round that turn and Paul Hurry can find no way past him. 244, Ben Howe from Paul Hurry. From Adrian Mower. Paul Hurry again tries an inside run but he can't quite get there. It's Ben Howe that leads from Paul Hurry in second place. With Adrian Mower a little way back in third now. Can he do it this time? 244, slid a little bit wide and let Paul Hurry up the inside. I bet he's cursing all the way down that straight. One little mistake, let Paul Hurry through and Paul Hurry was waiting to go. So it's 86, Paul Hurry now pulling away from the rest of the field. Ben Howe in a great second place, then 154, Adrian Mower, then Luke Dodd, and then Justin Shaw. And John Morrie. The checkered flag goes 86. Paul Hurry wins from 244. Ben Howe in second. Adrian Lower takes third. Luke Godden fourth. Then Justin Shaw. And then John Morrie. Race number 30, a fine win for number 86, Paul Hurry. In second place, 244, Ben Howe. Third place, 154, Adrian Mower. Fourth place, 65, Luke Dodd. Fifth place, 187, Justin Shaw. Sixth place, 186, John Morrie. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 21.12. From the top, 86, 244, 154, 65, 187. And 186. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 21.12. On to race 31, and these are left-hand sidecars. Out of this one goes 108 Bob Miles. Now we haven't seen number 1 John Tyso today yet either, so or John Penfold. I'm talking to Bobby Penfold, who's John's passenger. John's had the misfortune to come down with an ear infection, and wearing a crash helmet aggravates the situation, so unfortunately had to retire from this meeting, but promises to be back later in the season at the Kent Sidecar Club's meetings. Away they go then, a race number 31. Short in numbers, not short in talent. And coming around that first turn, that looks like a Rip Aurora Bora, but they did tell me who his passenger was earlier, but must have been off shot. So Rip Aurora Bora leads, and then Jim Doyle, with Tony Doyle in second place, and then the 375 outfit with the greens. Dave and Paula on board, holding third. Round they come then, sliding a little bit wide, but fully controlled. Rip Aurora Bora, his new passenger. I'm told that's the... Oh, Mr Goodwin, that's right, Mr Goodwin, I remember them telling me. Mr Goodwin, holding on to that grab rail. So they've got a tremendous lead now over the rest of the field. Jim Doyle looks down, looks like he's got trouble with the motor, and I think that's going to give second place to the greens. Well, the Rip Aurora Bora, rip roaring all the way round. Takes the last match flag on that big Suzuki engined outfit. Giving it the big one round there with Mr Goodwin in the chair. And in second place, number 134, Dave and Paula Green, with 1 lap remaining in their race. So flat out of that last turn, Rip Aurora Bora makes the dust fly. Crosses the line for his first win of the afternoon. Number 129, Rip Aurora Bora. And coming round now, a little way back, but on that trusted Triumph, roaring into second place, father and daughter, Dave and Paula Green. .250cc solos again now, and I must admit we've definitely got variety in the programme this afternoon. All the classes, and all mumbo jumboed up to produce a rare flavour of grass track talent. So we're looking this one for 00 Peter Bassett, 33 Richard Smith, 37 Michael Peters. Don't think we'll get 66 Steve King. They're underway. And Richard Smith it is that goes straight into the lead there. And I think that's Dean Camier in second spot, and Ian Liam is in third. Around they come then, Richard Smith from Dean Camier. Dean Camier goes up the inside and breaks Richard Smith. Then Jack Walker, and Ian Liam is appearing to go backwards there for some unknown reason. Not having his best day of the season. Seen him do a lot better than this year, and not too sure. He's obviously got some problem there somewhere. Meanwhile, out in front, fighting hard, Dean Camier and Richard Smith. Those two clear of the rest of the field, and it's Jack Walker in third, then Richard Sims and Alan Carman, Keith Richards, Ian the Amies. And the race continues, and the boys battle it out as they come round there now. Dean Camier has certainly got the bit between his teeth this afternoon after finishing his studies and his revision and his exams, and he's flying on his last lap then, with Richard Smith in close attendance, and then a long gap back to the rest of the field. Really giving it a big one around there now. Dean Camier from the Ashford Romney Marsh area squirts it across the line for a win. 44 Dean Camier wins, then Richard Smith in second place. Ian the Amies comes home for third, then Jack Walker, Richard Sims, Keith Richards, Alan Carman, Matthew Street and Graham Legg and Michael Peters. Race number 32, a fine win for number 44, Dean Camier. In second place, number 33, Richard Smith. Third place, 183, Ian the Amies. Fourth place, number 262, Jack Walker. Fifth place, number 180, Richard Sims. Sixth place, 131, Alan Carman. Seventh place, 741, Matthew Street. Eighth place, 321, Graham Legg. Ninth place, 37, Michael Peters. No other finishes. The winner's time, 1 minute 27.35. From the top, 44, 33, 183, 262, 180, 131, 741, 321 and 37. Winner's time, 1 minute 27.35. Leaving out number 143, Keith Richards, as a programme misprint. He didn't need to come out in that race. Right-hand sidecars and where they go, Gtsa and Jerry Adams and Sean Piddock in hot pursuit. And then number 25, Rob Wilson and Will Jones. Then Mick Cave and Mr Stace, Michael Stace I think it was, his new passenger for this afternoon. His first time in the chair. So, impressive ride as he moves up into second place past Jerry Adams. So Dave Stearney and Whale lead. From and Michael Stace, then Jerry Adams and Sean Piddock, and Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. Around the turns they come then, and at half distance it's Dave Stearney and Whale. Michael Stace, then Jerry Adams and Sean Piddock. Whole load of them bringing up the rear there. Having a right ding-dong battle between the three of them. Last lap flag goes for Dave Stearney and Whale. Then Jerry Adams and Sean Piddock back up into second place. Mick Cave and Michael Stace down to third. Then 25, Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. Then number 112, Rick and Nico Colvin. Then number 94, I think that's Trevor and Andy Colvin. Then 101, Gavin Newlin and Pete Corcoran, and the win goes to Dave Steer and Ian Whale. Followed by Jerry Adams and Sean Piddock, and then Mick Cave and Michael Stace. And then number 25, Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. Followed by 94, the Colvins, and 112, the Colvins. And 101, Gavin Noonan and P. Corcoran. Right-hand sidecars. I believe that's the last qualifying race for the right-handers this afternoon, and that's a fine win for number 17, Dave Steer and Ian Whale. In second place, number 55, Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock. In third place, number 5, Mick Cave and Michael Stace. Fourth place, number 25, Rob Wilson and Will Jones. Fifth place, number 94, the Colvins. Sixth place, number 112, the other Colvins. And in seventh place, number 101, Gavin Noonan and P. Corcoran. Winner's time, 1 minute 33.68. From the top, 17, 55, 5, 25, 94, 112 and 101. Winner's time, 1 minute 33.68. Away they go, race number 34, the 250cc solos. David Mears again into the lead. Memory serves me correct, he had 2 wins earlier in his 2 rides. And he's being pushed hard this time by Terry Giles. So 139, David Mears from Terry Giles, from Arthur Livins, from Adrian Phipps, Tim Taylor, Martin Drury, Alan Dan, Mike Field, Mike Smith. I think Field ain't rode for years. Round they come then. 139, David Mears, nice tight line round that turn. Terry Giles trying everything he knows to come on terms. David Mears leads, Terry Giles is second then. Arthur Livins then. Adrian Phipps, Tim Taylor, Martin Drury, Alan Dan and Mike Smith. So the last lap flag will be in front of them this time as they come round that turn. Another neat line for David Mears. Terry Giles in hot pursuit. Just 1 lap remaining in this race. Then Arthur Livins, a credible third for veteran riders. Then 111, Tim Taylor. Then number 20, Alan Dan. 145, Martin Drury, and 54, Mike Smith. Through the last turn for the last time for the front runners. David Mears makes it 3 in a row, maximum points. Can he win the final? Clean sweep of the board. Second place, Terry Giles. Third place, Arthur Livins. Then Tim Taylor. Then Alan Dan. Martin Drury, Mike Smith, and Adrian Phipps. Official result in a moment. Race number 34, a fine win for number 139, David Mears. Second place, number 300, Terry Giles. Third place, number 71, Arthur Livins. Fourth place, 111, Tim Taylor. Fifth place, number 20, Alan Dan. Sixth place, 145, Martin Drury. Seventh place, number 54, Mike Smith. No other finishes. The winner's time, 1 minute 26.61. By number only, 139, 300, 71, 111, 20, 145, 54. No other finishes, 1 minute 26.61. Away they go then. 500cc solos, and it's race 35. Ben Howe in the front. Ben Howe seems to have broken down whilst in the lead there, and that was a very dodgy place to break down, but everybody's missed him and he's okay. 38, Chris Underhill leads from Julian Phipps there in second place. Looks like there's no chain on that motorcycle of Ben Howes. Bad luck for him. Round they come though. 38, Chris Underhill got it all under control. He leaps away. Julian Phipps making hard in second place. Then 174, Robin Felton and Brian Woodcock. Chris Underhill leading down that back straight. Julian Phipps really pushing hard. Julian Phipps trying to take the outside run round Chris Underhill as he pokes his front wheel up alongside. Chris Underhill though holds the lead. Julian Phipps really pushing hard in second as they start their last lap. Robin Felton in third, then Chris Walby, then Brian Woodcock, then James Cramp and Bill Buckley. Well, this battle is going to be right to the finish as they come up to the last turn now for the last time. Again, Julian Phipps tries the long way round. Chris Underhill turns the motor on, takes him wide. Chris Underhill leads. Very tight on the line. I'll leave that to our fine lap scorer here. And Robin Felton takes third. Chris will be there in fourth. We await with anticipation for the result. Official result was a win for number 38, Chris Underhill. In second place, number 73, Julian Phipps. Third place, 174, Robin Pilcher. Fourth place, 123, Chris Walby. Fifth place, number 22, Brian Woodcock. Sixth place, number 45, James Cramp. Seventh, 336, Phil Buckley. Eighth, 186, T. Morrie. Ninth, number 2, Adrian Harden. 10th, 117, Keith Massingham, and 11th, 201, Andy Cullen. Winner's time, 1 minute 27.54. By number only, 38, 73, 174, 123, 22, 45, 336, 186, 2, 117, and 201. Winner's time, 1 minute 27.54. Left-hand sidecars away, and we have a full start there. Or is it a handicap? Perhaps it's an handicap. Right on and say that's an handicap. Well, I thought it was a full start, but the race is continuing, so round they come. Luke Pachol and Bill Penfold side by side. Try and split them two up. I can't tell you who's leading. Can now, I think. Luke Pachol just holds the lead with Bill Penfold. Roars past on the inside. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw take up the run in from Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. Around they come then. Flat out, mid-course. Luke Pachol right in the front and all that stuff off that back wheel. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw certainly felt him in that time. Luke Pachol and Julian Browning then we're on to a good second place. Well, I think they realise that winning it is almost out of their grasp. But then Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers in third. And I believe that Tom Penfold had 2 wins to his credit earlier this afternoon. Now rolling home in third place. Last lap flag goes then. Indeed, numbers 24 and 808 had a win at 2 wins apiece before this ride. But they are in second and third at the moment as one of the old masters, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw, they take over and lead this race. Out comes the checkered flag then, and it's going to be Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw to take the win. From Luke Pachol and Julian Browning in second, then Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers in third. And coming round there now at the back, 173, Gary Moore. And I think it was S. Newman. Sixth to left-hand sidecars, a fine win for number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. In second place, number 808, Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. In third place, 24, Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers. Fourth place, number 173, Gary Moore and S. Newman. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 30.27. From the top, 2, 8:08.24, 173. No other finishers. 1 minute 30.27. Looking forward then to race 37, 500cc solos, and we won't get Duncan Tolhurst unfortunately in this one. Throws the heat wide open. Ricky Sanford, David Holman, Mike Trevitt, Tim Maynard, Keith Richards. Underway they go. A little bit of a depleted field there, I'm afraid, but looks like Steve Wilson hammering up through to take the lead. From Adrian Mower in second place and Keith Richards in third. And Adrian Mower comes past Steve Wilson on the next turn, and Steve Wilson looking, thinking, where did he come from? Better do something about that. Leaps back into the lead out of that turn. Adrian Mower got a good fast inside line on him there though, not losing an inch. As they go down into that next turn. 2:15, Steve Wilson. 1:54, Adrian Mower. Adrian Mower again comes up the inside and takes Steve Wilson. Adrian Mower from Steve Wilson, from Sean Tacey, Justin Shaw, Keith Richards. Only 4 remaining in this one. Adrian Mower then, from the eastern centre. Very fast man indeed. I believe he lives up there near Ipswich. He's had a long drive down today and he's making it all worthwhile as he carries on winning this one. Last lap flag goes. Adrian Mower, Steve Wilson, Sean Tacey, Justin Shaw and Keith Richards. Well, the last turn of the last time, look at Steve Wilson trying to come around the outside of Adrian Mower there. What's going to happen here? He's got right out in the loose. It's slowed him up. So Adrian Mower wins. Steve Wilson comes home in second. Then Sean Tacey. Then Justin Shaw, followed by Keith Richards. Win for 154. Adrian Mower. In second place, 2:15. Steve Wilson. Third place, 1:01. Sean Tacey. Fourth place, 1:87. Justin Shaw. And fifth place, 1:43. Keith Richards. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 23.42. From the top, 154, 2:15, 1:01, 1:87, 1:43. No other finishers. 1 minute 23.42. As we wait now for the GTSA left-hand sidecar members to come up to the line to do battle for the Dave Bark Trophy. Members only of the GTSA, and I think I'm right in saying that both rider and passenger have to be members of the GTSA to qualify for this event. So, interesting. 19, Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor, and 22, Jim and Tony Doyle have been riding the same outfit all afternoon. Don't know what they're going to do in this one. Oh, they're going on their own. It's 173 out there. Gary Moore and S. Newman. I'm not sure if he's the only one left running out of that lot, or whether he's having a late practice. I think he's trying out a new passenger. That's what I've just been told. This is a late practice for Gary Moore and Mr Lee, they tell me the passenger is, and Mr Lee, who is a member of the GTSA. His normal passenger is not a member of the GTSA and therefore does not qualify to race in the Dave Bark Trophy event. So, keeping you up to date there. This magnificent trophy here in front of me is the Dave Bark Trophy, and it goes back to 1957. When you have to excuse me, but a Mr F. French and G. Wolseley won it. Not too sure of that. Then there's a J.R. Steer. Don't know if that's related to today's steers or not. And a W.P. Davidson. And a V. Carr and J. Deadman. Ah, there's a name I know, 1960, Ronnie Young, and R.W. Penn. 1961, Dave Shears and P.F. Shears. 62, Dave Shears and P.J. White. 63, Ronnie Young and R.W. Penn. 64, Ronnie Young and R.W. Penn. 65, Ronnie Young and R.W. Penn. 66, Ron Waters and Graham Croucher, and away they go to try and decide who's going to win that in 1992. And around they come then, 23. Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin were leading, but John Arnott and Russell Steele come up the inside to take the lead. Those two followed by number 174, Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. And that's the way they travel, these three outfits. John Arnott and Russell Steele empowering on towards victory from Steve Penfold and Matthew Lewin, and then Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. Looking at it, I would think the first three from each of two heats would go into the final, but don't take that as official just yet. So I think all three of these have gone through. Duncan Fish and Danny Malone going up into second place ahead of Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin, but I think he's tweaked it. He's only got a call round to finish and he's in the final. Start of the last batch, 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele from 174. Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. Then 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. Those three sets of charioteers well on their way to the final now. They come round the last turn for the last time, looking at that checkered flag. 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. Ahead of 174, Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. And cruising home in third place, 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. Win for number 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. In second place, 174, Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. In third place, number 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. No other finishes. The winner's time, 1 minute 35.07. Now the final qualifying race of the 350cc class. Looking for Martin Jacobs, Mike Smith, Neil Emmett, Brad Davis, Steve Carter, Chris Walby, G. Ball, P. Wakeford, Roy Sizemore, Paul Watson and Phil Buckley. Race number 39 then. Into the first turn it goes, Steve Carter, followed by Roy Sizemore. Those machines coming out of there, hell of a leather. 25, Steve Carter leads, Roy Sizemore from Chris Walby, Brad Davis, Martin Jacobs, Paul Watson, Neil Emmett, Phil Buckley, Mike Smith and P. Wakeford bringing up the rear. Past the burger bar they come. Oh, nice queue down there now, must be getting near the interval. 75, Steve Carter leads, 1, 2, 3, 1. Roy Sizemore, then Chris Walby, Martin Jacobs, Brad Davis, Paul Watson, Neil Emmett, Phil Buckley and Mike Smith. Well, runaway victor in this one, number 75, Steve Carter, one of the fastest men in the country on a 350. I'd tell you he's favourite for the final. 75, Steve Carter leads. 1 lap to go from Roy Sizemore and Martin Jacobs, Chris Walby and Brad Davis. Martin Jacobs making up a lot of yards there through the field. I must admit I missed it, but certainly coming through the field strong. So the checkered flag being made ready, and 75, Steve Carter powers towards victory. He takes the last qualifying 350 ride from 2-3-1 Roy Sizemore, 14 Martin Jacobs, then Chris Walby and Brad Davis. Then Paul Watson and Neil Emmett, Paul Watson or Paul Watson and Neil Emmett. That was very close over the line there. Then Phil Buckley and Mike Smith. I'm not sure whether number 251 is going to push home or not. Race 39, a win for 75, Steve Carter. Second place, 231. Roy Sizemore. Third place, number 14, Martin Jacobs. Fourth place, 123, Chris Wilby. Fifth place, 63, Brad Davis. Sixth place, 331, Paul Watson. Seventh place, 58, Neil Emmett. Eighth place, 336, Phil Buckley. And in ninth place, number 54, Mike Smith. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 26.67. From the top then, 75, 231, 14, 123, 63, 331, 58, 336 and 54. No other finishers. 1 minute 26.67. As the riders come up now to do battle in the second half of the Dave Park Trophy. Where were we? 66, Ron Waters and Graham Croucher, I believe, was the last one I said. 67, Mick Saunders and Ken Temple. 68, John Mills, Bobby Penfold. 69, Johnny Shears and Bruce Venn. 1970, Gary Smith and Dave Waters. 71, Mick Saunders and John Bagley. 72, Gary Smith and Alan Rouse. 73, John and Bobby Penfold. 74, John and Bobby Penfold. 75, Ernie Penfold and Paul Titley. Well, a who's who of Grasstrack on there, no doubt. And it goes right the way up to 1991. And this year, to be added, 1992, being raced for here this afternoon. And this is one of the races. Number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Lead, but let Tommy Penfold and Shivers up on the inside. While slicing with Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. Hey, let the others go up the inside. So, the battle's on there as Bill Penfold comes back up at the inside of Tom Penfold, but Tom Penfold shuts the door on him. 24, Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers lead. Very quick round that turn. Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers lead from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. And then Luke Pachol and Julian Browning holding third. And a long, long way back to the others. Dominic Doran and Peter Taylor, and then Gary Moore, and I've forgotten who they said was going with his new passenger. I've forgotten the name, sorry about that. So, coming up to take the last lap flag is Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw from Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers, from Luke Pachol and Julian Browning, who's made up a lot of ground in that third place. Well, it looks very comfortable for Bill Penfold, but Tom Penfold has gone wide and let Luke Pachol through as they enter the last turn for the last time. Bill Penfold's got a very tight line round there, holding off Luke Pachol tremendously. A good win for Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw, from Luke Pachol and Julian Browning, then Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers. And a long, long way back. And I think we've lost one of those rearward outfits. There's only 22, or is it 19? I think it's 19, Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. I'm sure he was battling with somebody just a minute and he's disappeared off the scene. After the Dave Park Trophy, and the result is as follows: a win for number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. In second place, 808, Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. In third place, number 24, Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers. Fourth place, number 19, Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. No fifth finisher. The winner's time, 1 minute 32.75. From the top, 2, 808, 24, 19. No fifth, 1 minute 32.75. Yeah, 1976, the Dave Park Trophy, Dave and Tommy Penfold. That covers from 1957 to 76. (1977) was Ernie Penfold and Paul Titley. 1978 was Ernie Penfold and Tom Penfold. 1979 was Mick Turrell and T. Stevens. 1980 was Mick Turrell and T. Stevens, and 1982 was Ernie and Tommy Penfold. And in 1983, Brian Huggett and Henshaw, is that the same? Nigel Shaw? Yes, I'm being told it is. 84, John O'Donnell and P. Robertson. 1985, Dave and Tommy Penfold. 86, Eric Tyso and Paul Bolton. 1987, Lenny Bora and Mark Newson. So, lots of established names on that trophy. Meanwhile, this is the 500cc's and their last qualifying race for the final this afternoon. Powering around that turn, it's Paul Harry's gone a little bit wide, but he's got it there. So it's Paul Harry from Roy Sizemore, Paul Smith, Luke Todd, Paul Watson, Ian Edwards and Michael Randall. And Paul Harry certainly setting the pace here this afternoon. He must go favourite for the 500cc final this afternoon. Looking quick as he comes around that turn. Flat out. At half distance, it's Paul Harry, Roy Sizemore, then Luke Dodd and Paul Smith side by side. Then Paul Watson and then Michael Randall. Well, I'm sure something's going to happen between those second and third and fourth places, and Paul Smith going from forward tries to take third off of Luke Dodd. Doesn't quite get there. Paul Harry now pulling wheelers as he goes round, takes the last lap flag. Roy Sizemore holding on to second, Paul Smith in third and Luke Dodd in fourth. I'm sure that won't be the way they finish as they go round this last lap. Something's got to happen. And Luke Dodd is pushing hard, and so is Paul Smith, and Roy Sizemore holding on to his second place at the moment. But Paul Harry, round he comes, front wheel in the air, a win again for Paul Harry, 3 in a row. Now look at this lot. Paul Smith takes second, Luke Dodd gets third, and Roy Sizemore relegated to fourth place. I knew something had to happen. Those three had to sort themselves out before the line. Then Paul Watson and Michael Randall fighting to the finish. Official result with you in a moment. Number 86, Paul Harry. In second place, number 70, Paul Smith. Third place, 65, Luke Dodd. Fourth place, 231, Roy Sizemore. Fifth place, 331, Paul Watson. And sixth place, 620, Michael Randall. No other finishes. The winner's time, 1 minute 23.13. By number only, 86, 70, 65, 231, 331, 620, 1 minute 23.13. Oh, the marshals can step down and have a break. And now this should be the George Tidy Trophy Solo Handicap. And I believe reading in the programme here earlier on that there are 3 riders, each on 4 points at the moment. Luke Dodd, Michael Peters and Justin Shaw. They lead on 4 points apiece. Two raffle prizes unclaimed, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like I'm going at the pub tonight. Green 393 for £20 and the Bob video. Blue 307 for a £5. Those raffle tickets still unclaimed. Well, this is a handicap race, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure whether they're going to send the smallest riders off, smallest bikes off first, or what they class to be a slower rider. And that looks like a 500cc Phil Buckley that's gone into the lead. So, maybe they are sending technically a timed slowest rider off first. Justin Shaw looks like he's got away second. Oh, those two went off quite quick together. That's Luke Dodd and Steve Carter. So, 336, Phil Buckley leads. From 187, Justin Shaw. And Steve Carter and Luke Dodd fighting it out there between them. And the idea, of course, is that all those riders, if the timing has been done right, should cross the line together. And Anne here will have a heart attack. 336, Phil Buckley still leads. 187, Justin Shaw up to second place. Michael Peters in third. Steve Carter and Luke Dodd fighting it out, but Steve Carter has the advantage at the moment. So an interesting line-up here. Steve Carter takes Michael Peters and sets his sights up on the next rider, which is a long way in front. Phil Buckley leads on the last lap ahead of Justin Shaw, then Steve Carter, but I think he's got a lot to do in just one lap if he's to win this. 336, Phil Buckley it is that leads from Justin Shaw. Then Steve Carter and Luke Dodd. Luke Dodd looks like he's in trouble. Coming up then to take the checkered flag, a win for number 336, Phil Buckley from 187. Justin Shaw in second place. Then Steve Carter on his 350cc machine in third. And Luke Dodd cruising round here in fourth place, looking to add to the 4 points he had at the start of this meeting. Final. Away they go down that first straight. It's the first final of the afternoon. Well, here we go then. Luke Pachol it is that leads. Luke Pachol and Julian Browning from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Then Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers. Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. John Arnott, Russell Steele, Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. Well, place hotting up on the front there as Bill Penfold goes after Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. Luke Pachol's dad, Terry Pachol, has won this trophy before when he passengered Eric Tyso, so nice to keep it in the family there, and Bill Penfold won it last year, would desperately like to hold on to it for another season. So, looking extremely quick out there at the moment. 8:08. Luke Pachol and Julian Browning holding on to their suspender lead from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw as they come up now to take the last lap flag. It's not all over yet. 8:08, Luke Pachol and Julian Browning from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Then Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers. Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin, John Arnott and Russell Steele, Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. And Bill Penfold is after Luke Pachol. As they come round that last turn, the fight is on. The defending champion looks beaten at this point though as they come up to take the line. 8:08. Luke Pachol and Julian Browning just take the win over Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw in second, the defending champions. And in third place was 24, Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers, followed by Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. 251, John Arnott, Russell Steele. 174, Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. And 4, Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. In second place, the defending champions, number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. In third place, number 24, Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers. Fourth place, number 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. Fifth place, number 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. And in sixth place, number 174, Duncan Fish and Danny Malone. Winner's time, 1:31.60. Under starters orders, and away they go. It's the 250cc final. Those quarter-litre machines on their way to the first turn. 139, David Mears and Bill Sims go there together. Where is Dean Camier? Looking in about 5th place at the moment. So, after last week's win at Chichester, 139, David Mears is in front here at Lowfield Heath. So, Dave Mears out in front. From Richard Smith in second place. Then Lee Street, Dean Camier down there in fourth at the moment. Remember, David Mears and Dean Camier were level on points into this final. Well, they were really trying hard around that turn, but David Mears seems to be pulling away from Richard Smith and Lee Street side by side, and then Dean Camier in fourth, hoping those two will soon sort themselves out so that he might go by. But with two riders riding that tight in front of you, there didn't really seem to be anywhere to go. 139, David Mears holds on to his advantage. Richard Smith is there in second, Lee Street gunning in third, and Dean Camier trying to come through from fourth. On the last lap then, it's David Mears, Richard Smith, Lee Street and Dean Camier. As the dust rises, those riders pulling through the rest of the field, and Lee Street almost off his machine there. Something desperately went wrong, and he was lucky to hang on to it. So that's him out of the running, and the Biz man goes up to third. They come up now to the checkered flag, and it's 139, David Mears that wins, from Richard Smith in second, from Dean Camier in third, Mike Appleton there in fourth, then Bill Sims, then Arthur Livins, Alan Carman, Jack Walker, and Keith Richards, and Richard Sims. Official result with you in a moment. .250 final, a superb win throughout for number 139, David Mears. In second place, number 33, Richard Smith. In third place, 44, Dean Camier. Fourth place, 558, Mike Appleton. Fifth place, 118, Bill Sims. Sixth place, 71, Arthur Livins. Seventh place, 131, Alan Carman. Eighth place, 262, Jack Walker. Ninth place, 143, Keith Richards. And 10th place, number 180, Richard Sims. No 11th, no 12 finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 27.46. From the top, 139.33, 44, 558, 118, 71, 131, 262, 143, 180, 1 minute 27.46. Looking now for the right-hand sidecar final, and they're just coming out of the pit box. Looking for 17, Dave Steer and Ian Whale. Number 12, Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie. Number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. 55, Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock. Number 5, Mick Cave and Michael Stace. And in final qualifying place, 25, Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. That's the right-hand sidecar final. On now, they come to the line. Dave Steer got the groove he wanted. Tim Bennett got the groove he wants. As those riders come to the line to do battle for the right-hand sidecar honours here this afternoon. Rev up, they're under starter's orders, they're underway, a nice clean break, and they head towards the first corner. And get off that flat first, the Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie in hot pursuit in second place. And then it looked like Mick Cave and Michael Stace, then Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock. And look at that Steer outfit, leaving the rest of them behind. He's up that back straight like a long dog. Dave Steer and Ian Whale well clear of the rest of the field. Snapping that front on and making it us fly. And Steer and Ian Whale, from Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock, then Mick Cave and Michael Stace. And then Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones, and then Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie, feeling the worst of the dust. And a retirement to the centre green of number 15, Jason Steer and Tony Miles. But the race continues, and it's Dave Steer and Ian Whale that are making the most of it. In fact, they're having a whale of a time as they go up that back straight, well clear of the rest of the field. Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock in a comfortable second place there. Then Mick Cave and Michael Stace. Then Rob Wilson Jr. with Will Jones. I think we've got Tim Bennett. So on the last lap they go then, and it's Dave Steer and Ian Whale leading on the last lap. Half a lap to go now. Comfortable win for a very fast pair of boys. Done very well up at Masham's during the week. And doing exceptionally well here this afternoon. The win goes to Dave Steer and Ian Whale. Second place to Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock. Then Mick Cave and Michael Stace. Then Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. Official result with you in a second or two. Number 55, Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock. In third place, number 5, Mick Cave and Michael Stace. In fourth place, number 25, Rob Wilson Jr. and Will Jones. No fifth or sixth finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 31.76. From the top, 17, 55, 5 and 25. No other finishers, 1 minute 31.76. Looking into race number 46 then, the 350 solo final on its way to the line now. We're looking for 75, Steve Carter, 231. Roy Sizemore, 139. David Mears, 175, Keith Potts, 261, Andy Gom, 123, Chris Walby, 63, Brad Davis, 17, David Homan, 58, Neil Emmett, 71, Arthur Livings, 14, Martin Jacobs, and 331, Paul Watson. Place your bets now, ladies and gentlemen, for the 350cc final. On Sunday the 23rd of August, the day that we're not running here, National Grass Track, the Lincolnshire Poacher, organised by the Wainfleet Club. It's the meeting that they had to cancel on the 5th of July, being rerun. The Lincolnshire Poacher National, Herbie in the Marsh near Skegness, starting at 1 p.m. Weekend camping. 350s on the line under starters orders then. And away they go, down the first straight. And it looks like it's 175, Keith Potts that gets to the first turn first. Steve Carter coming past David Mears into second place there. Powering on out of the corner. It's 175, Keith Potts from 75, Steve Carter from 139, David Mears. Then Andy Gom, then Roy Sizemore. And those riders getting lost in a load of dust. It's got to be first or second or third to see anything here this afternoon. Look at the race, 2. Carter goes ready outside of Keith Potts there, and Keith Potts fights back. Keith Potts powering on the inside, the man from the southeast defending his own territory. Steve Carter, the Midland rider, trying to blast his way around the outside. Those two are going to fight this out, hammer and tong to the finish, I'm sure. Keith Potts holding on to it. Steve Carter goes by on the outside. Steve Carter now leads. I told you he was favourite. You've got to watch this man. Steve Carter, a very established, very experienced rider, goes a bit wide. Keith Potts comes up the inside at him, but it's still Steve Carter as they go on to the last lap. It's Steve Carter from Keith Potts. And down that back straight they go. Steve Carter seems to have a comfortable lead now at the end of the last turn for the last time. The dust still hanging from the lap before. Down they come then. Alpha Leather, 75, Steve Carter wins, Keith Potts takes second, Dave Mears gets third, then Roy Sizemore, then Andy Gom, Brad Davis, Martin Jacobs, Arthur Livings, Neil Emmett, Paul Watson. And so ends the 350cc final. Official result in a moment. In second place, number 175, Keith Potts. Third place, 139, David Mears. Fourth place, 231, Roy Sizemore. Fifth place, 261, Andy Gom. Sixth place, 63, Brad Davis. Seventh place, number 14, Martin Jacobs. Eighth place, number 71, Arthur Livings. Ninth place, number 58, Neil Emmett. And in 10th place, number 331, Paul Watson. No 11th or 12th finishers. The winner's time is 1 minute 23. Lenny Riproar Rabora, and I've forgotten who his passenger is. No, it was a change of passenger. And then number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Those riders waiting to do battle in race 47, the left-hand sidecar final. Revving up then under starters, all of the tapes fly and they go down the first straight. It's a nice even break. Bill Penfold takes the lead now. He lost the Dave Bark Trophy, but he wants this final. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Powering round that turn and really making it have it. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. From 808, Luke Pachol and Julian Browning, and then Tom Penfold and Liam Shivers. John Arnott and Russell Steele, and then Riproar Rabora. And behind Riproar is Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. Well, you need to be in the front to see anything in these conditions, and that's just where Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw are. Obviously a little bit sore from not winning that Dave Bark Trophy, and they're to make amends here in the final. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw, Luke Pachol and Julian Browning, Tom Penfold and Liam Shivers, John Arnott and Russell Steele, Riproar Rabora, and then Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. Well, the last lap flag now comes out, and Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw have got victory in their grasp. Just one lap to go. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw from Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. Then 24, Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers. Then John Arnott and Russell Steele. Then Lenny Whitmore and his accomplice. And 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewis. So the checkered flag being made ready now. Bill Penfold just yards from victory. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw take the final. From Luke Pachol and Julian Browning in second place. Then Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers in third. Then John Arnott and Russell Steele. Then Lenny Bora and his accomplice. And number 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. And the result then of the race 47, the left-hand sidecar final, was a fantastic win there for number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. In second place, number 808, Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. In third place, number 24, Tom Penfold and Liam Chivers. In fourth place, number 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. In fifth place, 129, Lenny Bora and his passenger. And in sixth place, number 23, Billy Penfold and Matthew Lewin. The winner's time, 1 minute 30.40. Going on now, the presentation of the Dave Bark Trophy to Luke Pachol and Julian Browning. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's Terry Pachol that's got hold of the throttle of that outfit, and he won that trophy with Eric Tyso some years back. Justin Shaw. Could we have Justin Shaw over for this trophy presentation, please? Number 187, Justin Shaw. Could you come over and collect your George Tidy trophy, please? A little bit of appreciation as they go round, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a clap and a wave. Two very fast riders there this afternoon, taking the Dave Bark Trophy back home with them. As I said, Dad Terry, who's on the outfit there, he won it some years ago as a passenger for, I think it was Eric Tyso, and now the boy has brought it back home. This afternoon, a shake of hand, nice firm handshake there, and George Tidy presents the trophy. Many years grass track experience behind him, and Justin Shaw with, we hope, lots more to come. Looking down race 48, the 500cc solo final is gathering on the line. We want 86, Paul Hurry, 38, Chris Underhill, 215, Steve Wilson, 73, Julian Phipps, 154, Adrian Mower, 231, Roy Sizemore, 123, Chris Wilby, 101, Sean Tacey, 70, Paul Smith, 174, Robin Pilcher, 65, Luke Godden, 143, Keith Richards. That's the lineup for the last race of the afternoon, race number 48, the 500cc solo final. Reserved for this race was 45, James Cramp, and I thought I saw him go to the line, so maybe we were one short on our original numbers. Watch this for the last grass track action here this afternoon. Down that straight they go, a few wheelies off the line. Steve Wilson pulling one of them and losing a lot of ground by it. Chris Underhill goes into the first turn first, taking Paul Hurry with him. Paul Hurry cuts back on an inside line, trying to go up the inside of Chris Underhill, but does he get there? Paul Hurry does get there, and he's out in front. Then it's 38, Chris Underhill. And then Paul Smith and Roy Sizemore. So Paul Hurry got it all under control as we thought he would, and he's pulling wheelies already. He's got off so far in front, I've got time for ball wheelies. Around the turn he comes, Joe Screen fashion, makes a little bit of a mistake and drifts very wide, but Chris Underhill didn't make the most of it. 86 then, Paul Hurry leads on Chris Underhill from Paul Smith, then Roy Sizemore, Adrian Mower and Luke Dodd. And Kane wheelie over the hump there from Paul Hurry in full flight. He means the business here this afternoon. He won all three heats and now he's going to win the final. Dave Mears did it in the 250, and Paul Harris doing it in the 500. He takes the last lap flag, well clear of Chris Underhill, then Paul Smith and Adrian Burrow, then Roy Sizemore and Luke Dodd. Then Keith Richards and Sean Tate side by side. Then James Cramp, Julian Fitz, Robin Pilcher. Round the turn they come, then flat out it is, making the dust fly. Up comes that front wheel. A tremendous win for number 86, Paul Harry. In second place, 38, Chris Underhill, followed by Adrian Mower, then Paul Smith, then Roy Sizemore, Luke Dodd, Sean Tracy, Keith Richards. And a big fight at the finish between this lot. Who's going to get this? Robin Pilcher, James Graham, Julian Fitz. And somebody's left behind in that dust. I think it was Steve Wilson. Waiting for the dust to clear before pulling back onto the circuit. A rather dejected 215, Steve Wilson. Race number 48, the last race of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Can I ask you, before you go home, if you'd like to lift a rope off and pull a stake out and put those stakes in nice neat piles on the floor, you'd make it much easier for the club this afternoon in their clearing up procedures. Not only that, but if you'd like to take your litter home with you, I'm sure that the club would very much appreciate that. Here comes then the result of race number 48. Or should I not give it to you till you've taken the track down? Yeah, so somebody said that's a good idea. Don't give them the result till they take the track down. Race number 48, a fine win for number 86, Paul Harry. In second place, number 38, Chris Underhill. In third place, number 154, Adrian Mower. In fourth place, number 70, Paul Smith. In fifth place, 231, Roy Sizemore. In sixth place, number 65, Luke Dodd. Seventh place, 101, Sean Tacey. Eighth place, 143, Keith Richards. Ninth place, number 174, Robin Pilcher. 10th place, number 45, lost him, James Cramp, who normally rides 145, that's what confused me. And number 11, in 11th place, sorry, number 73, and in 12th place, number 215. That was Julian Phipps and Steve Wilson, respectively. And the winner's time, 1 minute 23.02. I can't see many of them stakes coming out of that ground. I wish I can give you that result now. Lend the club a hand, lift just one rope and pull out a stake each, and the track will come down in no time.